Ian?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go.
I'm ready. Welcome to the Elvis Workshop. Thank you for coming back and tuning into the channel again. This is always one of my favorites because my good friend Ian is a collector and buyer and seller and collector and buyer. He buys stuff for himself, but he also flips stuff. And he always comes to Las Vegas and brings the coolest stuff. Things I've never seen. I think I'm a collector, and then he comes here and shames me. So Ian
I've been doing it longer. Yeah.
Yes, he's been doing this decades longer than me. He's much older than me. So he's in town now, and
hi everybody.
Hello everybody. And I said bring some stuff. So before we get to your stuff, we had an awesome package arrive just yesterday. Now I did not plan for this to be in the video, but it arrived literally yesterday, and it's Yours, Elvis Presley by Stephen Schutz. This thing is a coffee table book. Look how big this thing is. It is huge. And so you guys know how I roll on this channel. If I like something, I like it. And if I don't, I just tell you. And I'm not biased in any way. I do, to be completely transparent, I do have 2 submissions in this book. But I have a book over there. I should have grabbed it before we started the video. I have a book over there on Elvis's guns. Right? So I have a book, not those guns, wrong guns. I have a book just on Elvis's guns. And I have a book just on his guitars, I think. So the thing is when Steven said, man, I'm doing a book on autographs, I thought, okay, that's kind of cool, but I really didn't know what to expect. And when I got this thing, I was blown away. First of all, just the sheer size of it, how big it is, because every page that you flip, it's so clear. And, you know, a lot of times you look at something in a book and it's really kind of small. And these are the autographs. The autographs are like this big on the page, so they're very clear to see.
Steve did a good job on that.
And by the way, mine, everyone is numbered. Mine is number 10 out of 100 for the first batch. They're going to do a reprint, I'm sure. But mine is number 10 out of the first 100. So I'm just going to do, I'll show you some photos here, but it's in a slip case. Sorry, Adam. And I'm just going to open it up just so you can see it. I'll show some closer photos here, but you can just see how big it is. And it's just, this book is awesome. And so I'm going to put Steven's information here. If you want to get this book, reach out to him. I cannot express to you how much I love this book. And I'm not trying to pitch this or say, hey, go buy this or anything. I'm just telling you, as an Elvis fan and an Elvis collector, this is one of the best releases that I've seen in years. And Ian, what do you think? I know you flipped through it a little bit last night.
I think they've done a great job on it. Steve, no, you've done a fine job with that. It's really well done. We needed a book like this.
And I'm just being honest.
We needed a book like this.
I'm just being honest as a fan. I'm not trying to sell you something or tell you to go buy this. I'm just telling you, I have one. It is phenomenally good. It is really, really good. I've probably, how many books do you think is there? Probably 200 books there next to you? I probably have 200 books on Elvis. This is in the top 5. It really is. It really, really is. And I'm just being honest. It's a really great release. So let's move on to something else. But I got it literally just yesterday. We planned this video for months, and the package just happened to come last night. And so I wanted to include this in here. Go out and treat yourself and get this book. It is awesome. It really is.
Yeah, easy to find.
Yeah.
He put a lot of sweat into it. We saw it all on Facebook.
Rockology, baby. I cut this right off the box. I cut this right off the box. Thank you, Stephen. Okay, so you brought some stuff that is amazing. So let's get into it.
Keep talking or whatever. But I brought a few things. I'll put them away kind of quick. Everyone knows me. Vinyl is my main speed with Elvis, and it has been for over 50 years now. And I've been collecting since. My parents would buy me albums, 68, 69, and then I actually started collecting at a young age in single digits, 1970. Remember That's the Way It Is arriving.
For those of you wondering, he's from New Zealand, so he was in New Zealand collecting Elvis records as a young child.
There was Elvis records in New Zealand back in those days.
Sure, of course. And I have some of the New Zealand
anything
releases.
Released in the US, it released in New Zealand, Australia, and
so he's a little kid growing up and checking out the Elvis release and going, wow, look at that.
I save up my money like everybody else, and people that are my age, a little younger, a little older, will remember all we could afford was the Camdens.
Of course. And I have a whole stack of them out there.
All the Camdens,
So you just missed it by like 2 weeks. I had a bunch of Aussies in the house. I had to spray a bunch of disinfectant, but I had a bunch of Aussies in the house. And we did a whole video on the new Memphis box and the Camden releases, because that actually helped all of us become what we are
absolutely.
now. And we actually focused on that and did a whole video. It was an hour on just Camden and a little bit on the Memphis box.
Exactly.
So that actually helped. The
That's
budget releases actually helped us out a lot. So tell us what you have up on this counter.
Here's a real premium piece. I'm going to put it away. This is one of my prize pieces.
Look at that.
So this is a 78 from New Zealand, 1957. That's the.
Yeah, it's super clean too.
New Zealand was one of the only countries, in fact, I think the only country that had picture sleeves back in the day. That's a New Zealand release. I think Rick will probably take another picture.
I will.
So,
I'll put them up right here.
And, and New Zealand, there's a couple of these. There's 2 78s and 4 different covers. Just colours of this image. Purple, crimson, and blue. And then this,
Purple, crimson, and blue.
Green, teal, what would you call that?
Green.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the logo. I love the font.
It's beautiful. So that is super rare. I've been collecting for 35, 40 years.
Yep.
I've never seen that before. We're gonna play it.
Many have never seen it.
I've never seen it. And that thing is super clean.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
The 78's probably easier to find. And I'll just show one more. Pass me that. One more New Zealand item.
This is one of his favorites.
Everybody's, and this isn't the UK boot issue. This is
they bootlegged it with the same artwork, but this is the original.
No, it was a good job because nobody could find it. I'm not knocking the boot.
Sure, but just so there's no confusion, they did boot it with the same artwork, but this is the original.
This is the original. And if you're ever wondering why you're collecting, and this is very important, as soon as you turn over look how white that is for 1957. So in New Zealand, you'll always see these flipbacks. The bootleg doesn't have the flipbacks. It's just in a plain, nice, and a nice job was done to that.
Yeah.
And it was a nice way to fill your Elvis collection.
Sure.
Right.
This is one of his favorite albums. Every time he comes here, we talk about this for whatever reason.
No, it's just so. What happened? The reason for these, and many other countries had their own Christmas album, because in the US they produced a gatefold cover for the first time. Other countries couldn't do gatefold covers. They didn't have dies. They didn't have cutters. They didn't have the printing mechanisms to do it. So every country basically had to make their own Christmas album or not. Many did the blue cover in '58, which was the next year. So New Zealand came up with this, and what a winner!
What a winner! I've never run across one. I've seen it. I'm familiar with it. I've never run across one. So again,
they're around because that came out in '57, '59, '61, '62.
So they just kept reprinting
67,
it.
Yes.
Reprinting it.
Short runs, no more than probably 8 to
The
12.
Christmas albums always sell well. Every year at Christmas, they just reproduce them, and they sell.
They put years on the Christmas albums.
Sure.
Too, but the one they put, the white top, 64, I can promise you, 64, 65, 66, 67, 60, every year they would have come out.
Yeah.
And you see the white top, you see the flat label, you see the orange label, you see the non-flex label, and every
There's
year
all kinds of variations.
And people just get, they come out. With any record store these days, people are looking for Christmas albums. People just off the street, let me buy a Christmas album. And that's what's happening even today. So.
Huge sales. So, let's talk about Aloha. Let's do that, Aloha.
Oh, yes.
Look at this.
And,
Chicken of the Sea.
The Chicken of the Bloody Sea.
That's $1 million record right there.
Yes.
Oh, wait, is it really?
So it's a nice piece, isn't it? And
there's some mystery behind it, right?
Oh yes, and I tracked it back as good as I can with all that.
So tell the quick story about what people think it is, and then tell the truth.
Well,
or what do you think?
So there's a trail verbally that has been on the internet for many years about this album and this sticker and everything else that it was given to employees.
The Chicken of the Sea hype sticker.
Yeah, exactly. That were given out to employees and everything else. Well, and that was all apparently done down by me in San Diego. I'm not in San Diego, I'm in Orange County. I did my own traces and everything else, and I came up blank. As I was trying to do my own tracing and trying to follow up with people and everything else, I came up blank. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's a very nice boot. I think it's a very nice counterfeit of something, and but it makes for a nice piece. And even at that, this would still go for a lot of money.
But what was the story about the hype sticker allegedly?
It was given out to Chicken of the Sea employees.
Sure. It was like a pre-release.
Yes.
Before the album came out, there was allegedly a party that took place, and allegedly 200 or 300 people were given this.
And there was the other big promoters, Toyota people and executives of RCA were given this as well.
Sure.
The first time it ever came to light in a book by PL, he shows the album without the sticker. I think some bright spark might have come up later and thought about, well, maybe we should go back and But anyway, that's my story. And hey, maybe I'm wrong.
So
this is
basically,
my interpretation of it, and still makes for a great piece. What a great hype sticker, and but in my opinion, I just think
it's fraudulent.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a bootleg. It's trying to make something seem rare and hard to find.
Yeah, I think. But hey, there's still some.
And you have one.
And people can disagree with me, and some of the biggest collectors in the Elvis world believe that it is real. And that's
so I've
fine
done a little
too.
research.
But I would love for someone to give.
I've done a little research of my own.
Yep.
And kind of put my toe in the water a little bit. I think it's fake.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fake.
Yeah.
I've seen really good paper trails and documentations that said.
Well, I kept coming up blank.
Yeah, that's
when I asked the
point.
questions
That's
to a
the
couple
point.
of people. I didn't get.
That's
the
the point. So, Christmas. It's almost Christmas time. Well, it's not almost Christmas time. It's mid-October while we're doing the video. But Christmas time is coming. What do you have on the table next, Ian? Tell us what you have. I'm trying to kill time.
Christmas. No, yeah. So, I know a couple of people made some comments the last time on.
So we made 2 or 3 videos in the past.
Yeah,
and you brought
they love the
cards,
Christmas
and they
calendar
love it.
and
So
stuff.
you brought
So
another Christmas
I thought I'd
card.
bring you another one. So this is another one that I got off a dear person that was close in the Elvis world, Mike McGregor, and he used to take care of all Elvis's horses previously on the Circle.
He made jewelry for Elvis and took care of the horses.
After, he made jewelry, belts, and stuff like that.
Sure.
What's that? Turquoise? What is all that called?
Yeah, turquoise.
Turquoise, yes.
Yeah.
So he did a lot of that, and this is a nice. And I got this off him a year before he died, unfortunately, but he was nice enough to.
So we were just talking before the video. I met him in '97, and I think you picked that card up from him in around '98.
97, yeah, 96,
and then,
somewhere around.
And then he passed shortly after that.
Yes,
Nice
he
guy.
did.
I just met him once. He was a really nice
A
guy.
lovely guy, and his wife was lovely too.
Yeah, nice guy.
So I got this, and he'll take a picture, and it's a happy holiday season. Elvis, Priscilla, and Lisa, and they would send these cards out to all their, their close friends, family, and everyone else.
So that would have been sent to Mike, and you got Mike's Christmas card from
So
Elvis.
this one, I would date it probably 71.
Sure.
70 or 71.
Well, it wasn't after 72. We know that.
Exactly.
The divorce. So, what is that behind you? That is a pretty cool looking piece, and it looks like it was brand new, even though it's not.
So this is from 1956. This is the Premiere magazine in New York when it premiered in New York, and it was only available there.
So maybe, when the movie Love Me Tender premiered, they would have maybe given you that at the movie theater on the way in?
in New York.
Sure.
So
at the Paramount Theater in New York.
Yes, exactly. And they gave you this, and it's very, you can find them. They're usually a little tattered and everything else.
That thing
I
looks
managed to
brand
find
new.
this
That's
out.
awesome.
It's just got all the bits and pieces from the movie and stuff. All the pictures, many of the pictures you've seen before. Gives you a card.
But at the time, they were new.
Yeah. Just like a campaign before they started bringing out the press
Sure.
books and all that sort of
That's
stuff.
a nice piece. And again, he brings stuff here that I've never seen before. Makes me
Never
feel like
seen
a
it.
rookie.
And that's a Bill Spear photo, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's the
It
Bill
is.
Spear photo, yeah.
With Elvis without the dye in his hair. Blonde hair. He's got the
Spear.
blonde hair there.
Yeah. It's a great photo.
It is a great photo.
And EPE have used this as a signature.
Sure, it's been on a bunch
They
of
offered
stuff.
it for the stamp and it got turned down. What else is it? Oh, Don't. It's on the Don't sleeve. It's on...
It sure is, yeah. So before you cover the scarf up, do the scarf and then we'll get into your pile here. Some cool stuff here.
Okay, you want to keep going?
Sure.
Anything else you want to talk about? No?
You know what? Okay, behind the scenes. You guys know about this. Hold on a second. You guys know about this, right? This is how I end the videos because people said that they love it. I end the video saying you ain't nothing but a hound dog if you don't like the video, and people love it. And then Ian brings today the stepchild of the hound dog, and I'm trying to work a deal to get this hound dog from him. Look at that! How cool is that? Look at that! It has the Elvis tag on the ear. Look at that! And so I just have to work some stuff behind the scenes and see what I can do. Hold on, before you continue, I have something else too. So I have so much crap in the Elvis workshop. I have so much stuff. You guys can't see because you just see this one wall. There's so much stuff all over in here. So Ian last night down here underneath this the workshop bench is about 25 Elvis box sets. Ian's pulling them out last night, looking at them, and he discovered something that I've had for like 5 years that I legit forgot that I had. So.
Oh, I did find that.
He found this last night. I bought this and forgot. I legitimately forgot I had
bought
it.
that from Rockaway Records.
I bought it from Rockaway Records in LA.
That's their tags.
I've had this thing for probably 4 or 5 years. I completely forgot I even had it. It's been just sitting here. It's an original.
Careful.
Girl Happy movie poster that was in a movie theater in the 60s, and it was just stacked away in between. Yeah, you can fold it up. It was stacked away in between the box sets. I totally forgot I even had it, so I've got to go get that framed and put that on the wall. And so Ian, thank you for finding my poster last night. Yeah, how about that? So we have a whole stack of goodies right here. Are you want to do that and then do this, or you want to go right into this?
We've already done this.
No. This right here.
Hey, before I forget,
Sure.
cheers to Robert.
Robert.
Sorry about that. He's a very close friend of mine, and he passed this weekend, and many of you know who he is in the Elvis world, and very sad. He
was a huge fan, and and you know what? He was a better guy. I knew him. I didn't know him as well as you did, but Robert sadly passed away yesterday, and we knew it was coming, but it's never easy, and it's unfortunate. And
well, I wasn't sure. We all knew he'd gone into hospital. He stopped answering texts. And,
well, we'd be remiss if we didn't say anything. So yeah, Robert, great guy, and
so wherever you are now, I hope you're good. So yeah.
So
this.
What is that?
Well, you know what this is.
I know it is. I'm catering to the audience.
Okay, sure. So, 1969 and
Oh,
1970.
look at that. Here, give me a side. I'll hold one side up.
Oh, I can do it.
No,
These
hold
are
on.
offered in the gift shop.
Ain't like
And these
this.
are absolutely beautiful.
No, hold on.
Absolutely
You've got it upside
beautiful.
down. What'd you do?
There you go.
That's how I had it.
And
Up
for
a little
Elvis.
bit. Look at
And
that.
these came in 4 or 5 colors.
Raise your side up just a hair. There you go. Look
So
at
this
that.
is the nice rose one.
It's very silky.
it's
It's
a
fake
nice-
silk, but it's like.
Yeah, no, but it's still a lovely piece.
Isn't that cool?
And it's just in beautiful shape.
What's cool is it has the
It's
60s.
national.
It has a 60s Elvis photo with the 1969, almost into 70 block lettering that was very well known at the International at the time. So
Yeah.
it's a movie's 60s Elvis with 69 moving into the
Sure.
concert years. Blocks is kind of a transition piece, right? Kind of cool.
Yeah, and so we've got that rose, we've got gold, we've got blue, and we've got green.
Sure.
And that green one's tough to find.
And you have all of them but the green, or do you have the green?
No, that's it.
He has the green. He has the green.
I had the green. And
Had?
Idiot. Sold it. I should have.
Wait, who's the idiot? Me or you?
You.
You. Okay.
So,
Here's a rare piece. So
Yeah,
now this doesn't look super rare, but it actually,
no,
excuse me, it's actually really rare. What is that in your hand?
a ticket from the Hilton.
So 1973, I think.
No, these were 76, aren't they?
December 2nd through the 12th.
Oh, I should have researched. I forgot.
He dropped
I
the
believe.
ball. So this is Elvis's
76.
last?
And they used those up in Tahoe as well. Just changed the template a little
That's
bit.
what I was thinking is the
So
Tahoe.
they're 76, I believe, and that's an unused ticket.
So it says Wednesday, December 8th, curtain at 9 p.m. And
So
it's row
that's
A, seat 485, Las Vegas Hilton, and $29. And what the best thing about this ticket, well, not the best thing, it's kind of unfortunate. It says Elvis in concert, December 2nd through 12th. This was Elvis's final appearance
At the Hilton.
at the Hilton in Las Vegas. His final.
Correct.
So he was supposed to come back to Las Vegas in 1977. He passed away. So this is a ticket from one of his last appearances at the Las Vegas Hilton.
Good work.
Nice,
Okay,
right?
good.
How about that? Nice piece. And you know what? You can find hundreds and thousands of tickets, concert tickets, but it's next to impossible to find one from the Hilton.
Yeah.
They're not very frequent. You don't find them very often. So that's a really nice piece. And this,
Let's stay with the Hilton then.
this is a cool
Let's stay with
piece.
the international.
International.
So they hung these around.
This would have hung in the casino. It's not a menu. It looks similar to the menus, but it actually was a hanger in the hotel.
Mobile. They're like mobiles that were hanging,
Sure.
yes. And they hung them. I've seen photos of them 20, 40 in a row and stuff like that.
So the string is original, and this would just hang in the ceiling. As you're walking down the hallway in the Hilton, this would have been there. So, of course, the fans would grab them and rip them off there and take them home with them. But that is a super cool, super hard to find piece. Look at this thing. And these can be seen in the movie
So this
Elvis,
is,
That's the Way It Is.
and this is what this is from. This is the one for the...
Lift it up so the
celebrating
camera can see it there.
So, this
Look
is
at
the
that. Summer
Elvis Summer
Festival.
Festival MGM. And the good thing about this one?
Double-sided.
Double-sided.
So this is from August of 1970 when Elvis was there filming the movie.
So it opens up. So that gives it a little bit more of a premium piece, if you can find them like that. And these came in multiple colors as well.
Yeah, blue and red.
Gold is the main one. In the movie, it's the gold ones that they show, and they're all in a row, hanging right across the,
Very nice
They would hang
piece
them
right
on
there.
kind of strings, so they're both sides, so you'd see both sides.
Yeah, that's a very nice piece right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of international, you have another international piece here. What is that? That's kind of cool. We were looking at this last night.
This is just, these are the room service.
So you would have gone into your room, and on the table in your room would have been this, and it tells you where the phones are, it tells you about the pool, tells you about food, what restaurants are open, what hours, that kind of thing. Contact information for the valet and all that.
What's happy endings? 20. What does that mean? Whatever. Keep going, goodness. Okay, well, you want to talk about that? Oh, last thing on who knows what that is? Have you ever seen these?
I have never seen one except the one in your hand.
So these are the VIP boxes that the Colonel gave out to his VIPs, and this was only available for 2 nights on the opening night of '69. Yeah, it came with a whole lot of goodies in it, and 68.
So they bootlegged it, just so you know. That's what I was digging for.
Yeah.
So they've bootlegged it and kind of show. Can you grab the cover there and flip it up? I'll show it next to this. There you go. So you can see that it's been bootlegged as a CD, and these are live concerts, of course. But they use this as the inspiration. This thing is mega, mega rare. You cannot find this thing. I've never seen one except the one that he has.
Yeah.
And it was full of all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, it's got a cover letter of Elvis arriving back on stage live. A couple of publicity shots. That's a beautiful shot. That one there. And then
Calendar.
You got this.
Yeah, look at that.
But actually, it's a little bit more than just the bonus photo that you get from Elvis in Memphis. It's actually... and then they actually gave you
The album.
a nice, the album.
So here, let's pull that.
Well, everybody knows.
There it is right there.
Yeah.
So nice little package. Can you imagine going to the show and they say, here's your little welcome packet for the show. Look at that. They just don't do that kind of thing. You don't get that kind of thing going to a show. So you were able to pick up a nice piece yesterday. So I had this book. I've had it for about 20 years, 30 years actually. And I just sold it recently, and then the buyer was looking for this book signed, and Ian brings it to me yesterday. I said, look at this book that I just found. And I said, man, I just had one, and the buyer was looking for one signed, and so we flipped it open, and it's signed. It's signed. This is one of the hardest books to find in the Elvis world, and you ran across a copy. How cool is that?
I
right?
know. I'm lucky.
Nice. He's lucky, he says. He's lucky. What do you got there? Your little flip book. Let's talk about that.
Right. Who has seen this? And this is the Jailhouse Rock,
And this is period. This is from 57.
Oh, wow.
Flip book that they used to
It's
have.
in excellent condition.
and you'd watch it. And
It's
let's
a
go to
flip
the
book.
camera. I can do this.
There you go.
So you got this and flip book motion, and let's see if we can do this. And
Make Elvis dance.
yeah, there you go. Oh,
Yeah, you're not
no,
seeing it.
no. I have to stand on this side.
There
Grab.
you go.
No, it's not going to work.
Fail.
That is a fail.
So it's Elvis dancing at the pool. doing Baby I Don't Care. There you go.
A little better.
He's kind of having a stroke mid-show.
You'll have a stroke mid-show in a second.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's actually a really cool piece. You just don't see stuff like that. It's just awesome.
you can find them. I'm sure you could pick them up.
I've never seen one of those. I look everywhere and I don't see
one
those.
and a quarter, 175.
Do you have anything else in your little box over there? Because there's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah, there is.
Is there? Do you have anything else in there?
Well, sure.
We're done up here. There's nothing here.
Oh my goodness.
I know. He was complaining earlier. We don't want to go for an hour and a half. I said, we'll do this. We'll do this. So he's got a little box of goodies over here. He's going to peel some stuff out of. What, this? No, we've already gone over that. Relax.
Oh, my
We have a live audience here that needs to.
A cow stepping on its tit. What's up with that?
It's a sign. Oh, there's some great stuff right there. This is a hard book to find, man. It's a really hard book to find. This is Charlie's book, Me and Elvis, Charlie Hodge, with Charles Goodman. I do not have a copy of this. I have over 200 Elvis books. Do not have one.
And you're still not.
And I still don't have one. And when you open it, signed by Charlie. Look at that. How cool is that? But there's an accessory piece to this that's actually really cool. Is it up here? Do you have the little thing up here? I don't see it. Do you have the Charlie and Elvis thing?
Yes.
Is it there? You can clearly tell, folks, we did not rehearse this video.
No.
That's how we like to roll. We don't rehearse. There it is. So this is kind of cool. Yeah.
Make sure you show that.
Yeah. I don't even know what this is. I mean, it just says Elvis
Charlie
and Charlie on the front.
those years ago. Yeah.
It just says Elvis and Charlie on the front. And when you open it, it's a picture of Elvis and Charlie. And then there's a little, I don't know if it's just a memento to Elvis. It says, my friend, I know you've changed addresses and passed the final test. I'm taking care of business and I'll do my very best. Oh, it's a poem by Charlie. But it's kind of a cool piece and it's just something you just don't see. I mean, it's a very nondescript little who cares kind of thing, but it's kind of like seems like maybe a giveaway or something.
Yeah, like 78 or 79, I think he did.
But what a cool little piece, and it's totally vintage to the time. And you just don't see this anywhere. I've never, ever seen this. What a great piece.
And Charlie was one of the good guys. I mean, I knew him just when I go to Elvis. I know I saw him here in Vegas once. But
I saw him here in Vegas at the Railhead
he was
at the Boulder Station.
He was a nice guy. And God, has he been gone 20 years? Yeah,
he's been gone for a while.
2006 maybe? 2004?
I'll put a picture up here. What do you have here? This right here is really cool. Let's talk about that.
I can tell you, here's something really special, and I don't know if it's worth anything or not, but I'll tell you what, I bet you none of you have seen this.
You've never seen that.
This is an old pre-holiday sale, hardware stores or department stores or whatever, and it's from 1956.
Nice.
And look what it advertises on the front.
It's got Elvis's guitar. That silly, the guitar that you would buy, and it's $6.88, and it's worth a little bit more than that now.
Yeah, a little bit more. How cool is that? That's the toy guitar that was sold with Elvis's picture on it.
Yeah.
With the hound dog and all that stuff.
Price-shattering, money-saving, and everything else. And all in colour. Burn Furniture Inc. That's interesting. So
what an interesting little magazine.
They were obviously, It's amazing when someone said, "Is this anything, Ian?" I went, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, it fills right into my wheelhole. It's Elvis 77, but it actually goes back to 56.
56 original piece. What is that right there on the top of the pile? That's a cool looking piece. That has the photo that was at the New Frontier. Look at that.
It is the Frontier. So this is a very rare RCA catalog.
Oh wow! Look at that.
And this is probably
he always brings stuff I've never seen before. The coolest stuff. There's so much stuff out there that you just don't know about.
Yeah, I know, and it just
look at that.
Me. So so it actually opens up. It's a little.
That's okay. You don't have to open it up.
Yeah, but there's the front. Yeah, and like
I'll put up photos.
It's a photo of the Frontier Hotel.
How cool is that, right?
RCA Victor Records, a little different font.
Very nice.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put better pictures up.
But
that's a cool piece.
It could have been perfect because this was the image they used. The Atomic, the new Atomic
Powered Singer. Yeah.
And speaking of Frontier, here's another couple of photos from the Frontier. So and just really nice kind of pieces and stuff. And
I'll show some close photos of that. How cool is that? Just more random items just to look at. Cool stuff.
Yeah. So whenever they did the movies and stuff, they would do the little premiere things.
Sure.
And here's one for Double Trouble.
And it has two pictures of Elvis because, double
Opens up.
trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So nice.
See what they did there?
Nice little
Look at
stuff
that.
in the middle. And
Yeah.
everybody's got that booklet, but nobody's ever seen that.
I've never seen that.
No.
Again, more stuff I've never seen before. It's amazing. Literally every time he comes here, he brings a whole trunk full of stuff that I've never seen before. It's amazing, really, how much stuff was out there. And people, listen, I got to stop for just 2 seconds.
Sure.
People really bag on the Colonel all the time. There's so much stuff that they put out that to this day people don't know about. They were doing so much behind the scenes stuff. There's so much product out there that to this day, random fan doesn't know about. But you see just the piles and piles and piles of stuff, and just wow, how much stuff was out there. It's awesome. So people do bag on the Colonel, and he did create some issues.
Oh yeah, he
But
deserves it.
amazing,
This is
but amazing
one
what they
thing
did.
We'd do a positive spin on the Colonel for this.
The promotion that they did is just stunning to see in today's market. Anyway, continue.
It never if we're talking about the Colonel, the one thing that being a collector, and you're a collector as well, and all the other collectors, is that he was down for money his last few years and was getting thrown out of every hotel, had markers here,
Gambling
markers
issues.
there, and it's gambling markers is what I'm referring to. And yet he had these 2 full storage units of this stuff
Wow.
that he managed to get quite a bit of money from Graceland and everything else, and they
sure.
and we're talking stuff that hadn't been seen in decades.
Yeah, decades.
And laden the market a little bit.
Sure.
But he was sitting on all that, and he didn't think to get rid of that back when he was doing his settlement in '81.
Sure.
With Great. It didn't
He
make
got
any
sued.
sense.
Yep.
Didn't make any sense.
Amazing. What you got there in your hand?
A ticket from the New Year's Eve.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Have you seen those before?
I have. New Year's Eve '76. This is Pittsburgh.
Yep.
This is actually it's not a ticket. It's a backstage pass for a employee. It says working personnel, and I'll show a photo of it here. This is at the what they called it the Igloo. They called it the Igloo in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Pittsburgh Penguins played hockey for decades. They imploded the building a few years ago, but Elvis did one of his best last shows, New Year's Eve '76 into '77. It's been heavily bootlegged.
It's a good show,
CD,
though.
DVD.
Surprising with the year. You would
So
think
this-
it might not be good, but it was a good show.
It was a great show. So this is it says working personnel here, and this would have been a staff member at the Igloo for that show. Pretty cool piece.
It's
Very rare.
Yeah, it's unused. Still got its back.
Well, think about working personnel. How many people would have been working in that venue that night? Maybe a couple hundred. So there's maybe a couple hundred of those in the world, and some were tossed and thrown away after the
probably
show.
a few extra made, but still.
Sure,
Let's just
sure.
say there was 300, 400 even.
Sure, and then some were tossed, and maybe they had a box of them after the show. They just threw them away. So there might be 100 of those in the world. Pretty cool piece. What else you got up here?
So, everybody knows back in '56 when he came out, exploded. EPE tried to get a grasp on everything being licensed, and they didn't succeed with that. And they had a lot of vending machines with some real crap type of Elvis things.
Like a bubblegum machine type of thing, like a prize that would pop out.
This is kind of neat because it's all intact, original. You might see the picture or one piece floating around, but to get the whole thing intact is kind of neat.
So that would have been like in kind of a bubblegum machine thing, unlicensed.
Not bubblegum, actual just machines that would just have these types of
Slot
things.
where you put in a quarter or a penny or a nickel and in a slot. I'll show a closer shot.
Yeah. So that's it there.
And I've never actually seen another one of these.
That's pretty cool too,
You see
right?
it?
Nice little piece here,
Nice
sure.
little
That's very
56
nice.
Photo, lovely
Sticky
photo.
Pics. It says Elvis, and it's unopened. So somebody got this in 1956 and never opened it. Now we're in 2024. It's still unopened.
I would say it's unopened because the machine, they just took back the inventory and
Sure.
just sat in a box for decades. Wow. Nobody bought it.
That is a cool. Oh, okay, that sounds
that'd
right.
That'd be
So we got Colonel Parker's stationery here.
Yeah,
That's
we got
you don't have to
Colonel
open it, but
Parker.
just take a look at that. Now, I'll show a closer photo here.
Yeah.
How cool is that? That's the
that's
Colonel.
nice.
If you were to get a letter from Colonel Parker, it had his wagon, and what the wagon was is he said we cover everything. That's the cover of the wagon. So that's the point of the wagon. As he said, we cover everything. So that's the point of it. So this would have been his stationary envelope.
This is just Madison, Tennessee, but Madison is
Nashville. It's a suburb of Nashville, Madison, Tennessee, where Colonel's office was. Sure.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh,
I didn't
wow,
show
look
this
at
last
that.
time, did I?
No, I didn't see that.
So this
These
is
are breaking news right here.
This is the very first souvenir tour booklet.
A press book, yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
And unfortunately, many of these are signed. And most of these that are signed are
On the
legit.
back. Yeah.
Because this is back in the day when he was just starting out, you know, November 55, January, February, March, hadn't released Heartbreak Hotel yet. He would go out and stand for hours out the back of this
sign
venue.
And he would write, "Love you, Elvis
absolutely,
Presley."
absolutely.
Like,
But he'd do, if you yelled your name at him, he'd do that too.
Mm.
And I managed to get that, but those are worth a lot, and they're few and far between.
Wow.
It probably was the heaviest hit one, but there's none around. There's none around today. I'm certain there's a few hundred still around and everything else, but they're all in people's collections now, and they're not letting them go.
Wow. Interesting.
But if you see one, if you manage to see one, and they say that it's signed, I would say, you know, going back to Steve here, I would say the legitimacy of it is pretty good.
So this one says Elvis Presley
That doesn't
in
mean you
action.
go.
I'll show a photo, but it says Elvis Presley in action singing his big hit on RCA, I Forgot to Remember to Forget
Exactly.
Her. It says, I forgot to remember to forget her. That's
I
not the
didn't
name
know
of the title.
Yeah,
That's not the
exactly.
title of the song.
Which
You know,
is the
it's interesting.
B-side, is the B-side.
Yeah,
of
well,
Mystery
that's
Train,
that
which
too.
doesn't make any sense.
That's true. So it's not a Sun hit, not an RCA hit. They did reissue it on Sun, RCA, but yeah, that's not the title of the song. That's interesting. That is a super cool piece, and I'll show some.
No.
close-up
That
photos
is
of
that is a pinnacle piece if you're an Elvis collector.
That is awesome.
You won't. I don't think you'll get it for under $750. And
Yeah,
you're
that's-
probably paying $1,000 for an unsigned one.
Again,
In
I'm a
Europe.
big Elvis fan and a huge collector. I've never even held one of those. I've seen it. I've never held one. Again, great pieces that you brought for the
that's
show.
a beautiful piece.
That's great.
That's a beautiful.
What do you got here? What do we got here?
Frontier again. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Back to records. I know maybe some of you aren't records. Then put in some.
No, we love records.
No. This is an Italian, a Frontier hotel piece, but this is one of my favorite EPs of all time. No, just for the cover.
Sure. Great artwork.
It's just, exactly. In fact, I don't think it's 56. I think it's 57. But it's a 57.
I'll show a close photo. You don't have
But
to do that.
but all you record fiends will know, and anyone in Europe knows for a fact that this is a monster.
Yeah. Big
Oh, no,
hit.
this goes for a shit ton of money. Oh, a lot of money.
You can't cuss on this damn channel.
Sorry. Staying with Italy, that's it. That's the mega rare promo you guys all know about, with just one Elvis track on it, and
One Elvis track.
this one is pristine.
Can I see that? Let me take a look
absolutely.
here.
And picture of Elvis on the front.
Wow. Heartbreak Hotel. Elvis Presley. The Tennessee Rock and Roll. That's a nice one right there, right?
Yeah, oh no,
Nice.
This is a mega one. If you know, you know is what this is.
If you
Okay?
know, you know. Look at that right there. How cool is that?
Yeah. So, so the Elvis Presley fan club. Oh my goodness, I should have done my research. Did I?
He
get
didn't
this?
rehearse.
I'm wondering if I got this off Judy, of part of her stuff from the Los Angeles. I got a whole ton of Judy Spreckles, 56 fan club
Wow.
stuff. A long time ago.
So what I'll do is I'll just show a picture of it here, so anybody that's interested can look at it. That's a cool piece. And so I opened up my movie poster earlier, not knowing that there was a piece in here also from Girl Happy. How about that? What is that?
So this is in my area. So I live about 25 miles away from Long Beach, a city called Long Beach, and they had their own souvenir program for Girl Happy.
Wow.
And
look at
I
that.
got if I put their own little stuff in there, but it's a really neat piece, and you
Yeah,
might
yeah.
find it.
Very nice.
Except in at the museum at Graceland, they had one. That's the only other time I've ever seen it.
Girl Happy, girl happy. Nice.
I
Look
think
at that.
mine's a
I don't
better
think
shape,
I've ever
though.
seen that photo. I'll show this photo right here in the video. I've never seen this photo.
Yeah,
That's
go
kind
for
of
it. That's
cool.
fine.
Elvis awkwardly smiling with a bunch of women.
Well, he's not awkward then, is he?
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Have we had enough, or you want to?
No. We've got to finish this pile, and then we're going to wrap it up. We're almost done, folks.
Yeah. How long have we been going?
I don't know, 3 hours.
So these are really neat, and I love these. And I put them in the vinyl. They came out of Japan.
I love the Japanese releases. They're usually a lot more thorough than the US releases.
There's Anne Margaret, very signature to Vegas, obviously, and they had all these.
Oh, look at that!
All these
Floppy disk things in it. And it's not all Elvis.
They have those still intact.
It's got James Bond in here.
Yeah.
And just little snippets.
To have those still intact is awesome. Look at that. I can see that.
No, that has never been played. That's never been taken out.
That's awesome.
That is absolutely...
Let's go play it and ruin it. No.
We can try one.
No.
I don't know if that'll work.
All right, so then the last... I have one of those.
So, this
is the final piece.
Yeah, it is the final piece.
No, it's a cool piece. This is a really great insert.
So,
it looks like a standard insert, but it's not.
So it's a kind of, if you know, that photo's been used for many things. It's the same textured print as the insert that goes in from Elvis in Memphis.
Yep.
But
kind of rough. It's
different.
not so flat. It's kind of rough.
This came out in '70 because Elvis now.
Yeah.
From the International.
And that's a very rare back to have on this one.
Look at that.
Yeah. And I don't know why it flips, it's the same back. It must have been maybe used for something. But
sure.
Can't figure that one out. But
so where would that have been? Is that from the '69 box set that was a leftover? No, because it would have been '70.
Oh.
So
bingo. It could have been put in the '70 box set, but it's certainly not in mine. I have a '70 box set as well.
Yeah.
But in 1970, the Colonel actually had a box. So you see my '69?
Yes.
There's a 1970.
I wonder if that came from
and then
that.
there's a blank one. So he didn't put any extra print on the box. It's
Cheap
just
bastard.
blank. And I don't have that box. Anybody has that box?
Let him know.
Yeah, if you want to do a trade for something, I'll make it with you. But I've seen it.
So I love it when Ian comes here because one is we get to hang out and make fun of each other and go do fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But he always brings the coolest stuff.
Oh, do you want to show him that?
Oh yes, we have one more piece. What in the hell is that? Don't look at this awful frame. Just look at the poster. What is that? Tell us about it. That's the extra added show.
Elvis had been sick the week before, so during the same
canceled
concert,
shows. Yep.
The Colonel made him, and you've seen the movie, and this is the truth. And he made the stuff. Did you know
73, right?
So he made those little green cards and those little light blue cards. They put them under the doors of everybody they knew had tickets. Did you know about that?
So
threw them under the doors in their rooms.
How crazy is this? Think about this in today's world. This concert started at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Who the hell goes to a concert at 3 o'clock in the morning? So what Colonel Parker did to Elvis was said, you got to do a show at 10, a show at midnight, and then another one at 3. So he made Elvis do 3 shows, and the third one started at 3 a.m. Who the hell goes to a concert at 3 o'clock in the morning? But he did it. It's on the poster. And it happened more than once.
But you should know this.
Of course I know
Vegas
this.
was not a modified town back in the 70s.
It was not.
That's how it got the name, the town that never sleeps.
Sure, Sin City.
But they wanted to turn it after the 80s, they wanted to turn it into a family.
But can you just imagine the band? Everybody had 3 o'clock in the morning.
You would have gone. I'd have gone.
Of course. I would have been there at 5 o'clock waiting in line. 3 a.m. That's crazy. How cool is that?
But it's a good show too.
It is. We have it on CD and DVD. Not DVD. CD and vinyl.
I don't think it bothered Elvis.
No, I don't think he did. He was up anyway. So listen, that's it. That's all we have, right?
That's it. I love doing this, and thanks everybody. And like you said,
it's always a lot of fun. I love it when you know what. Listen, my videos get a lot of views, but when you come here, they go. Brrr, I get more. So listen, hit him up on what's your favorite Instagram, right?
So. Well, you can't purchase of it. You can see my collections.
Well, just to hit him up to ask
Ian's
him.
Music Collectibles on Instagram. Ian's Music Collectible, because I can only have 20 letters on Discogs. eBay is a platform I sell a lot of Elvis. So
look for him on eBay.
Message me, Facebook.
Yeah, look him up on Facebook and
absolutely.
So if you're looking for a rare thing or just anything, and everything you saw in this video is for sale.
No, it is not.
I knew that. Yeah. I always do that. So,
but I do appreciate all the business I do get, and I've got a lot of very loyal customers, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. So listen, if you're looking for something, and even if it's not in this video, he might have it. So just hit him up and say, "Hey, man, I've been looking for this menu from '74 or whatever. hit him up, and he will help you out. And if not, if he doesn't have it, he can't help you out, he'll at least point you in the right direction. So you know what? Contact this person. Contact this person. He's very friendly. He'll help you out. But anyway, thank you very much, Ian, for coming.
welcome.
Again. I love it when you come
Rick
on the
is
channel.
a great host. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of the same interests. We, NASCAR tomorrow and stuff.
Yeah, we're going to the race tomorrow.
Vegas is
win
only
this race.
less short of 4 hours, 3.5 hours drive. I love the place.
It's awesome. So he always brings super cool stuff. I love seeing it because it's new to me too. And I love sharing it with you guys. And I always get massive feedback when you're on the channel. So thanks again for coming. And here you go. Hold that. Thank you for watching. And if you don't like this, he doesn't watch my freaking videos. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Right,
Come on,
that's
baby.
it. I knew that.
Well, I set you up for it and you fumbled. If you don't like this video, Ian, I'm handing it off to you, son.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
There you go. All right, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I got some more videos coming.
See you, everybody.
And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. That's a wrap.
It's easy.
Did you like that?
I think people just appreciate it not being rehearsed and stuff, and we
never rehearse on this channel.
Never. I think it's more,
Authentic.
Yeah.
I love it.